On a recent trip to Colorado, we visited Rocky Mountain National Park before heading over to Overland West. During our stay, we took a day to drive in and interview Rob Reeve and Bob Bozart from the Hiker Trailer Denver location. Due to the timing of this announcement, no factory footage was allowed to be shot in Denver location. All factory footage was taken at the Indiana facility.
MWD is at Hiker Colorado. So I have Bob and Rob with me today. So what's going on in Colorado these days?
Well, Wendy, about a month and a half ago, we finalized a merger between our two organizations. So you've been in our hiker factory there and seen some of the things we've implemented and so forth. So we realized that in order to continue to grow and distinguish ourselves from being two independent companies, we had to merge and act as one. So we completed that merger at the beginning of July. We're working through the process now of where we build the trailers, the best practices of each, and really setting up the organization to grow. Denver's a keystone for being a sales office, a dealership, a repair facility, and a place for people to come to see hiker trailers.
Because obviously being out west, there's lots of trailers that people
This
want.
is the best place.
Right.
It is Colorado.
So what type of trailers do you tend to make more out here?
We make more of the XL, the mid-ranges, the XLs, and the extremes.
Has a little bit higher clearance.
Yeah, but you know, it really is spread between all of them. I mean, we build highways. We have that Subaru customer that's here. We have the off-roader that's here. It's spread. We do make more extremes this direction than they do out east, but they're all just great trailers. We just fit our customer needs.
Yeah, the data will show that, and if you think about it, there's more public land access out here
Definitely.
than there is in the Midwest and the East Coast. So you get people here who want their trailers to be more designed and capable to be off-road, unimproved areas.
Yes.
Where people in the Midwest and East Coast have some access to that, but the majority of the things they're doing, state parks,
Right. The state forests.
national forests,
It's
things
the
like that.
They'll
make they make a couple trips a year out to the west, so there's a little bit of difference in the dynamics. We also are seeing from our data that there is some geographic differences in trailers. You know, in the South, ACs, everybody wants an AC.
Which makes sense. It's warmer, more humid and hot.
It does. It's almost a necessity to extend their camping season. So we've begun the process of really analyzing the data of where everybody lives that purchased a trailer, what their options are, and we're trying to develop that standard option package that we may offer geographically because of the preferences of our owners. So we learn more and more every day. Every trailer we sell, we try to talk to our customers and understand what brought them to a hiker, what are they looking for, what's next, what do they do with it. So our goal is to get better, more customized. We did launch earlier this year some standard packages, good, better, best packages on the trailer. So that's gone pretty well.
Because there are a lot of options, which can be a little overwhelming for people.
It is. So we tried to demystify that a bit. We've learned from it. Some of the packages we put out there, we've done really well. Other ones didn't do as well as we think because we probably don't have the mix right of what people are looking for.
Any other new things coming down the pipeline that you can speak of?
There are some cool things coming up. With the merger, it's allowed us now to have control of the hiker buy-sell group, which we're morphing into a open group so that people interested in a hiker can go and talk to and communicate with current owners.
Which is a great idea because people were always asking questions and didn't have a way
They had no way to get to
other owners.
Right.
Yeah.
Our hiker owners group is going to become a little more exclusive. When you own your trailer, you get in. It's more of a rewards club, and there are some interesting things we're going to do with some referral programs, with some ambassador programs, with some organized campouts. So in addition to that, there are a lot of things on the drawing board. So website upgrade, obviously, more packages. We're looking at establishing ourselves in other areas, whether it's a remote showroom, dealership. We realize it's a long way to travel to Denver or to Indiana to see a hiker trailer before you buy.
Right.
And many people have bought them sight unseen. We want to help change that by being in more places so more people can see it, kick the tires.
They can see the quality is so much better than your typical RVs. Much better.
Absolutely, and we take
I think so.
We feel like it is.
we take pride in that, and we also take pride in working very, very hard to control our cost. And that's been a challenge, but we've seen recently a lot of our competitors at the beginning of this year had some pretty big increases. We were able to avoid that and have a small increase, and probably won't revisit that again until beginning of next year. But price, quality, and also availability. We're working on having trailers available for immediate purchase off of the showroom.
That'd be really nice.
Indiana, we've been doing it, so about 10 trailers a month
Okay.
are available for off the floor. The other reason is we have a deposit process, which is a pretty minimal deposit, and some people towards the end will cancel. They've had some financial hardships or whatever. We establish it that way because we don't want someone to be stuck into a trailer that they really can't afford or don't want if something happens in their life. So occasionally we get a cancellation and they're gone within a week. So we are building some intentionally for that purpose.
And you guys now have financing available for people too, right?
We do. Early this year we entered an agreement with Rock Solid. So they're a broker. They will help you based on your financial needs, find a suitable lender.
Oh, nice.
And I would say about a third of our trailers right now, the owners are taking advantage of the financing option.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, being out in Colorado,
Yeah.
what are some great places to camp? And there's lots of people
Well,
that say, hey, where do we stop?
We
when
do,
we're
but
coming?
there's so many people here. We try to keep those hush hush. Those are
Well, can
those
you
are.
give us the in?
We can give you a couple. Dispersed camping. Most of what everyone does in Colorado is dispersed camping, because with the pay campsites or the state or the county run or the federal ones, they're booked out for months in
Yeah.
advance. And camping, I tend to go more northwest.
Okay.
Where some of I think Janice and some of the people from the owners group tend to go more southwest. I like kind of going towards Wyoming a little more.
So you're saying west, so it's more out in the mountains versus.
Yes.
We were surprised at like how flat the east side of Colorado actually is.
The front range. The
Is
front
that what it's
range
called?
is, yeah, the front range is pretty flat. The grasslands is absolutely beautiful, and you can camp anywhere in the grasslands, and they're gorgeous.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you just don't want to be there in the middle of summer, but this is a good time of the year to be there.
So what's the ideal time to come camping in Colorado?
Year round, you just change your position of where you're camping. You're going to camp real early. You're going to be into the front range in November and December. You're still going to be able to camp late in the year, and then in the mountains in the summertime. So you'll be able to. There's just a ton of different things you can do with us having the front range and with the mountains.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
And Wendy, on your trip out, you probably went through a lot of other pretty cool areas coming from Michigan all the way out here and
Yep.
experienced them. So really just get out there with your hiker trailer.
Absolutely. Yes,
know.
I'm a little partial, but he's right. There's beautiful, beautiful places
And what
all over the country.
I've experienced in the last couple of years is we now have to get out because we go to different shows across the country, and it's just amazing. The
This country
landscape,
is
the
just
beauty,
beautiful.
areas you wouldn't expect, and you just have to stop and take it in and say, wow, what amazing view.
Well, that's why our tagline is get out and do some camping. Because you just have to go.
You have to, and you'll make your own experiences and find those wonderful places.
The community of camping with other
Right.
people that like to camp the way you do
Right.
versus the people that clamp like they just have a different outlook on the way they're camping.
Right.
All right, well, thank you very much to both of you for letting us come out and see the Hiker Colorado location.
Absolutely. Anytime. Happy travels.
Okay, Jordan, in 2022, Hiker's done a lot of upgrades, I've noticed as we walked around the factory today. Can you give me your top 3 things that you've seen that are big upgrades for 2022?
So I think one of the few biggest things that I've seen us change that I really enjoy, we'll kind of start our way up top and work down. We talked about the roof rack bars, how we've moved the position of the HT, also added the support plates in the back. All this was done to allow you to be able to hold more weight up top. You know, the rooftop tents are becoming a lot more popular because there's a lot more families that want to go out, but also just somewhere to put more gear. So I really like that. Going on into that as well, I love the fact that we've made the fenders weight bearing now. It's so much nicer, even for me and even for the team out here. You know, when we're working on the trailers, being able to climb up on the fenders, be able to, you know, clean the roof, work on things on the roof, put up, you know, accessories for you guys. So we know that you guys have wanted it for a long time. It's helped us too, so
Yep,
I really like those. And then probably my favorite aspect of changes that we've made is going to be around the electrical system. You know, every model now has a kill switch in it. Even if you don't have a battery, even if you do not get a battery with us, you're going to get a kill switch so that way when you put your own in, you still have that. Because all that phantom drain just from all these accessories sitting here, even if they're not running, it's just a slow, just vampire draw that's running your battery down. So the kill switch really helps limit that. And then adding to that as well, now the option to be able to run your trailer off of a solar generator. I think that's fantastic because now you're not stuck with just a battery that can only run this one thing. You have this solar generator that you can take to do a multitude of things with, even if you're not out camping. So it's just a great option for versatility with one of your accessories.
So what line of solar generator are you carrying now?
So right now we have primarily worked with Gold Zero. We have tried Jackery. They're really nice. We still use our Jackeries around here a lot. We started using the Gold Zeros more and more. They offer just tons of different options as far as like the sizes that they go. You know, if you've seen these videos in the past, you've seen our small batteries that we have. They go from the lawnmower size up to a car battery. Well, Gold Zero has the same thing where they go from extremely small to extremely large to fit anybody's power needs. And they've also just got other little like power banks and things like that that are all solar powered. And I like solar stuff, especially when you're out camping, fishing, hiking, doing whatever. Solar is definitely your friend.
So what new product line do you have as far as products that you're starting to carry for 2022?
So 2022 overall, the Gold Zero Yetis. We are also offering the Lifesaver jerry cans. Not just their jerry cans. Both of these companies have other smaller options as well that we're going to start offering because sometimes it's the little things that make a big difference to people. But you know, with Gold Zero having power banks for cell phones, laptops, solar lights, all that stuff, and then Lifesaver having, you know, their big jerry can to a smaller jug to a water bottle. Like they have all these great things. And then the last one is going to be Truma. Truma is going to be our new partner when it comes to selling refrigerators and coolers to you guys. Very rugged. Really like the way that they work. They seem like they work well, and they seem like they don't pull as much power as some other coolers do. So that's going to help tremendously on battery life. But then they also have other little things that, you know, we hope to try to integrate into hikers in the future, like other AC options, heat options.
Great, thanks. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you, Matt.